Hey YouTube, this is Mini One Virtuous Woman, and today I am finally doing the tutorial on the Slouchie Beanie I had in a fresh off the hook not too long ago. Here's the hat. Here's one of them I made. Sorry you guys if the lighting is kind of lousy, but I don't have good lighting in my room, and I even had to borrow my brother's lamp, and it doesn't seem like it's doing any justice. So hopefully I can turn the exposure up on the video a little bit. But anyways, here's the one of the slouchies. It's just in a different type of yarn than the one you guys saw in the fresh off the hook. So we'll be making this, and I'm going to be using one skein of Vanna's Choice. And the name of the yarn, what's the name of the yarn? It's 4-ply, and the name of it is Linen. That's the name? Okay. So anyways, we'll be using Vanna's Choice. And I was going to use black and Impeccables. I mean, looping threads. But, you know, I just thought this would be easier for you guys to see. So we're going to be using Vanna's Choice. Alright? So what else you'll need to do this tutorial is a size 8 hook. If that'll focus. Okay, it's not going to focus. Anyways. Some elastic for the end of our hat. Scissors, and of course a tapestry needle to weave in our edges and for our elastic. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 5. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so now I start off my hats a little bit differently than my mom does. So what I do is this hat is all double crochet except for the ends. So we're gonna stick our hook in our last chain, and we're going to double crochet in that chain. So you can see to where you get this V look. Okay, and this right here, this is gonna count as a double crochet. This stitch right here, every chain 3 in this hat counts as a double crochet. Okay, so there's that, and we are going to double crochet 10 times in this hat. So here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So there we have our 10 double crochets. And what I do when I do my my hats, I like to carry the yarn of the tail along. I don't know why. It just, I guess I don't have to do as much weaving in as I would if I didn't. So it's not something you necessarily have to do, but it's just like a habit of mine. So what we're going to do now is we're going to slip stitch and then top of the chain 3 loop. So here we go, 1, 2, 3. There's our third chain. So we're going to slip stitch in there. So, and there's our first row. Okay, for row 2, what we're going to do is chain 3, and in the first double crochet, or not the first double crochet, in the same stitch as that we slipped in, which is a double crochet actually, we're going to do 1 double crochet in that. Since every chain 3 counts as a double crochet, that'll make it 2. Our first increase. I'm going to do 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So okay, so you see we have 4. So, and you just continue this until you've reached the first chain 3 again, and you slip stitch in the top of that. Okay, so I did my last increase and this is what it looks like. So just 2 double crochets in each stitch. So since I'm at my last one, again I'm going to slip stitch in the top of my chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, right in there. Okay. Now for row 3, we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're not going to increase in this one. We're going to skip our first double crochet, our chain 3, and we are going to double crochet in the next stitch. Okay. So then we're going to double crochet in the next stitch after that. So you just alternate. You do a double crochet and increase, a double crochet and an increase. So I just did a double crochet, now I'm going to do an increase. See? Increase, and then a double crochet. An increase. Oh. And then a double, yeah, another increase. So yeah, that's what we're going to do for this row. You just double crochet, then increase, then double crochet again, increase, and that is what you're going to do till you reached your chain 3. Okay, so I finished my increasing on row 3, and like I said, just to show you guys again, you're just going to do a double crochet, increase, double crochet, increase, double crochet, increase, and so on till you've reached your last stitch in your chain 3. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to slip stitch in that in the top of our chain 3. So, and that's it for row 3. Now what we're going to do for row 4, we're going to chain 3, and we're going to not double crochet in the stitch that we slipped in, but we're going to double crochet in the next. Okay, so, and now what you're going to do is you're going to do an increase in the next stitch. And sorry you guys for the shadow, I don't know why that's there, but so that's what it looks like. We're now going to be doing a double crochet, and increase. So that's what we're going to be doing for this entire row. Alright guys, so I've reached my last stitch and I did an increase in it. Like I said, the whole thing for this row, you're going to do 2 double crochets, increase, 2 double crochets, increase, 2 double crochets, increase, and so on. So that is the end of row 4. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to slip stitch in the top of our chain 3. Now what we're going to do is chain 3 again, and we're not going to double crochet in the one we slipped in. We're going to double crochet in the one after that, double crochet in the next, and increase in the next. So this row is basically like the last one, except this time we're doing 3 double crochets and an increase. So since this counts as our first double crochet, there's 3 in our increase. So increase, 3 double crochets, and increase. Okay guys, so I'm at the end of row 5. So here's what it looks like. So like I said, that's 3 double crochets, increase, 3 double crochets, increase, 1, 2, 3 double crochets, and an increase. Okay, so I'm going to slip stitch in the top of our chain 3. And now we can move on to row 6. Chain 3. And what we're going to do now is we're going to double crochet in each double crochet. So we're not increasing anymore on this row. We're just going to double crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, and you're just going to double crochet in each stitch all the way around, not double crocheting in the stitch that you slipped in. Okay guys, so I'm at the end of row 6, and this was just double crochet in each stitch. And I'm sorry you guys for the shadow. I know it's probably because of my lighting, but yeah, that's the end of row 6. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to, of course, slip stitch in the top of our chain 3 and go on to row 7. So we're going to chain 3, and we're not going to slip stitch in the, we're not going to double crochet in the stitch we slipped in. We're going to double crochet in the next one, and then in the next, and then in the next. So this row is a increase row, and instead of like last time, we're going to do 4. So that makes 4 double crochets and an increase. So 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and an increase. And this is what we're going to do for the entire row of row 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, then an increase. Okay everyone, I'm at the end of row 7, and like I said, this row was 4 double crochets, increase, 4 double crochets, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets, and an increase. And that was for the entire row 7. So I'm at my last stitch. I did an increase in it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip stitch in the top of our chain 3. Whoops. And we can go on to row 8. So what we're going to do is chain 3. Now row 8, we no longer have to increase. This is just all double crochet all the way around. So we're not going to double crochet in the stitch we slipped in. We're going to double crochet in the next and throughout for this whole row. So we're going to keep doing this. I already have 4 in there. We're going to keep doing this till we have a total of 9 rows of single crochet. I mean double crochet. My bad. But until we have 9 rows of double crochet, or until you've reached the length that you want for this hat. For me, 9 rows does it pretty well, because after that we're going to do single crochet and then put an elastic. So 1 double crochet in each stitch, and until you get into your chain 3. Okay, I'm at the end of row 8. And like I said, this was just all double crochet. That's it. And this is our first row of all double crochet. For the next 8 rows, or from the row 8, which is the one I just did, to the row 16, should just all be double crochet, no increases. So row 8 through 16, do all double crochets, never double crocheting in the stitch you slipped in, and always slip stitching in the top of your chain 3. Go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you at the end.